Guterres calling for the continued operation of the Black Sea grain shipment deal. And they have agreed to work together with the responsible states to restore the food security and food supply via Black Sea routes.
Якщо якась там купка людей.
I have sent official letters to President Erdogan and UN Secretary General Guterres with a proposal to extend the work of the Black Sea Grain Initiative or its equivalent in a trilateral format. As it is the most reliable, Ukraine, the UN and the Turkey together can ensure the operation of a food corridor and the vessel's inspections. This is necessary for the entire world, and anyone who supports this will become a lifesaver for a vast area stretching from Morocco to China, from Indonesia to Lebanon.
The White House has labelled Russia's decision to pull out of the Black Sea grain deal as irresponsible and dangerous. The initiative has provided safe passage to 33 million tons of Ukrainian grain over the last year. The end of the deal comes after a reported attack on a Moscow-controlled bridge linking Crimea to Russia. Nick Harper reports from Washington.
Well, a deeply regrettable and dangerous decision. That's the way the White House is describing it. There was plenty of condemnation from White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby, as well as from the Secretary of State Antony Blinken, but no real concrete plan of exactly how Washington is going to mitigate the impact or solve the situation. Now, Kirby urged Russia to reverse its decision and said that until Moscow has a change of heart, the Biden administration will be working with other countries to see if it can work out other ways to allow Russian and Ukrainian grain to reach the rest of the world.
We urge the government of Russia to immediately reverse its decision. Meanwhile, the United States has and we will continue to work with other countries to enable both Russian and Ukrainian grain to reach the rest of the world, including by ensuring that our sanctions do not target, contrary to Russian propaganda, they do not target Russian food or fertilizer, and we will continue to support Ukraine's efforts to get that grain to markets that desperately need it, even if that's through other routes.
Now, the main reason why the grain deal worked so well was that it allowed the grain to leave by sea. That's of course a much easier route during a time of war, and without that the only other option is trying to get it out over land. As Kirby pointed out, that means using Ukraine's road or rail systems, both of which, he said, are a pretty hazardous undertaking considering the ongoing conflict. Now, the White House wants President Putin to change his mind, but it acknowledges that until he does, all the US can really do is work with its allies and partners. The Kremlin, meanwhile, says it wants its demands met to help its exports before it's willing to reconsider. So at this stage, negotiations and concessions would need to be made for the deal to continue, and neither side seems willing to do that. The bottom line, the White House says, there is still a lot of work to be done to solve the current crisis that's been initiated by Russia's decision. Nick Harper in Washington, reporting for DD India.